Everybody, welcome to Attack of the Show, TV's only source for all the stuff you care about. I'm Kevin Pereira. Olivia Munn is out today. So joining us is Miss Anna David.
Well, thank you. Nice.
The kids love the David. They love the Anna.
That's what I like to hear all the time.
I saw Team Anna t-shirts in the hallway.
Yeah, why are you not wearing yours anymore? He was wearing it before the show started. It's Tuesday, October 28th, and we're coming to you live from the G4 studios in Los Angeles.
That's right. Now on today's show, she is back and bigger than ever. We're going to show you how the third-place runner-up of Miss Teen USA is becoming more famous than the winner when we go around the net. Plus, we're going to reveal which torrent search site stood up to the MPAA by blocking an entire country's access. That's in the feed.
Then, want to catch up on your heroes before the new season starts? Chris Gore is here to give us the verdict on the release of the first season's DVDs. Plus, we sent Joel Gordine to Seattle's Penny Arcade Convention, where he got a sneak peek at Eye of the Judgment for PS3.
All right, but now it's time to break the child-proof seal of crotch-shot videos.
It's the day's top 5 video items, all on Around the Net.
All right, coming in at number 5 today is a vicious fight between two skateboarders at a local park.
Now, skaters have a reputation for being tough-nosed punks and scrappers, right?
Yeah, of course.
Well, in our first video, that wasn't exactly the case. Here's what happened. You!
I truly love this video more than words can describe.
I just would like to note that that is not a human moan.
No,
that is an animal. That's a cat. That's a feline moan.
Or a husky preteen, which shouldn't be classified as a human. But regardless, we have to see this fight again and in slow motion, if you don't mind. Because pay attention, the wussy's got the sweatpants, the flailing arms, and of course that moan growl thing. Just watch. Seem real. It seems like an audio gag you'd hear on Family Guy or something.
You know what? I don't think I've ever seen you happier than when you listen to that guy moan.
I did.
And that's a little creepy to me.
I can relate, because that's like, it's the climactic noise I make that normally accompanies the O face.
Oh, God. Kevin.
Can we get it again?
No.
See?
We don't want me walking off the set before the show.
You're welcome for that peek behind the curtains into my personal life.
Yeah, no, didn't need to see. Yeah. Keep curtain closed. I don't think that kid will ever live this down. I mean, there's already 500,000 views in less than a day.
He's never getting laid. He's never getting
famous, and as you well know, guys who are just even marginally famous, Kevin.
That is true.
Get laid.
That is true.
True, right?
Yeah, strangers count.
Coming in at number 4 today are 2 cases of internet facelifts for some of the web's biggest sites.
That's right. On first view, you know, the new front page of Dig, it looks pretty similar to the old one. I didn't even actually notice they redesigned it until I refreshed it a couple times and said, oh, it's different. But if you log into your account, you get a slew of new options that allow you to personalize the site, which is very nice.
Now you can view only the categories you want on the front page and bury stories without having to leave a comment, which makes internet hating so much easier.
Yes, and they've also added new categories for offbeat news and comedy videos, which is convenient. You know, you don't have to weed through all the pesky text stories to get to the serious time wasters. But I'm waiting for the hentai chick, you know, the little tick box. Once I can select the tentacles, Dig is my homepage.
And the web's other big redesign was one of the world's most popular directory of wonderful things, one of Kevin's favorites, Boing Boing.
I love the Boing Boing as much as I love the whiny skater kid. Can we get it? Thank you. Hands down, one of the best blogs on the internet, and now they've got a new look, slightly updated logo, which is a little sad because there's no more actual bouncing on the Boing Boing front page.
There's no Boing Boing.
There's no boinging. And an easier to read layout. I mean, you're going to notice that right away, but there are bigger changes as well.
First, the sites reintroduced comments on their entries, which they stopped doing a few years back because they were afraid they wouldn't be able to moderate them well enough.
Yeah, and there's a brand new gadget blog built in this site as well. It's run by a former editor of Gizmodo, so
it's got to be good.
It's going to be quality. Now, in at number 3 today is a video of it's a very painful track and field meet from Japan.
This is from the 2007 International Association of Athletics Federations Athletes World Championships in Osaka, Japan, which started on Sunday.
Yeah, and here we see a hurdling race. Everybody seems to be doing all right. You know, they're hanging out. Until number 344, which is Austria's Gunter Weidlinger, I believe?
Gunter?
Yeah, something like that. But what's going to happen here is he's going to trip before a hurdle, and instead of leaping over it with his legs, he smashes into it with his face. Boom! And he's out. And then there's a NASCAR pileup of blanky white guys.
Oh, Gunter.
And that's the end of that, yeah.
Gunter.
Sorry, Gunter.
Ouch.
We cut out before you see the blood just streaming down his face. It's
sad.
It's kind of funny.
And now we'll watch it in slow-mo, because why not? We need to add insult to injury.
Well, let's add more than insult. Can we get the skateboarder noise? Yeah, see now? Now there's a video mashup. Now I'm happy.
Now I'm positive that skateboarder moan will haunt my nightmares for the next week at least. In at number 2 today is an ongoing web series from the creators of Heroes. Starting last night, the website for the fictional Yamagato Fellowship began showing a 5-part series of mini documentaries about Takizo Kensei.
Now, if you watched the first season of Heroes, and who didn't? I mean, you should have. It's required viewing for the nerds. But Kensei is the Japanese samurai sword that Hiro spends most of the season trying to track down. He knows it's important, just doesn't really know why. The docs are narrated by Gimli from Lord of the Rings. It's John Rhys-Davies. And the creators assure us that if you don't watch all of the extra web shorts, you're still going to know what's going on when Heroes comes back next month. So
yeah,
nice
well, Lost, take a note.
You Lost fan?
Never seen it.
Heroes?
Never seen it.
Are you watching TV? What are you watching?
Of course I watch television.
What do you watch?
The important, relevant television, like the 2 Corys, Scott Baio's 45 and Single.
Okay, all right.
All the things that teach me about life.
We're good here. Finally, coming in at number 1 for the 2nd day in a row, my new girlfriend. Miss Teen South Carolina. It's Lauren Caitlin Upton. It's okay to love her. It is okay to love her.
Perfect for you.
Fantastic.
Perfect human being for Kevin. No one even remembers or actually cares about who actually won the pageant. Why should we? Because the internet delivered us a giant bundle of joy, which we know is Upton's response. Let's take a look.
I personally believe that U.S. Americans are unable to do so because some people out there in our nation don't have that, and I believe that our education, like such as in South Africa and the Iraq, everywhere like such as, and I believe that they should, our education over here in the U.S. should help the U.S. or should help South Africa and should help the Iraq and the Asian countries, so we will be able to build up our future.
I'm just saying, like, if I were Mario, I would have just smacked her in the face with the microphone a couple of times and then kicked her off the stage.
And I've just taken back the fact that I think she's a perfect woman for you. She's a little smart for you, Kevin.
She's a little, yeah, you got to have all the lights off.
Yeah.
Now, that video alone now has over 4 million hits on YouTube, and that's not counting the dozens of different versions that are floating around the interwebs. This morning, though, she used her new fame to land an interview on NBC's Today Show.
Fantastic. Watch her expertly answer softball questions and accept compliments, too.
Yeah, same time.
It's compelvision.
Good morning.
Good morning.
You get so nervous about this, but let me tell you something. You have no idea what this man says on a regular basis on this live program.
At what point, Caitlin, during the answer, did you start to think to yourself, is this making any sense?
Right when that question was asked to me, I was in complete shock. And I was just overwhelmed that I seriously think I only heard about 1 or 2 words of the actual question itself.
We've all gone to commercial break and we've looked at each other like, what did you just say? I mean, so please, don't let it get you down.
I give you a lot of credit for being here. You could just go under the covers, but here you are sitting here to laugh at yourself. So you know what I say? Good girl. Good girl, you.
Yes, definitely.
Yay! I've got to tell you, that was the perfect answer.
Good girl.
Yeah, good for you. We do silly things, too.
Dumb.
It's like petting the kid on the bicycle helmet and going, no, you're not retarded, you're special.
But I want to know, she was in shock? She was in shock because someone was asking her a question? She was in shock?
She wasn't ready for that. You give her the 2-piece, she's confident. You ask her a simple question, the spring pops out.
She should have just said
steam coming out of the
peace.
net.
Just world peace.
That's it.
That would have been it. Of course, this is doing nothing to stem the YouTube tide. The site has over 200 video responses to the original clip, ranging from weird to very weird.
Very weird. Here are some of the best.
Thank you very much, South Carolina.
Okay, I'm sorry. What?
I believe that they should, our education over here.
What the hell did she just say?
I believe that our education, like such as in South Africa and the Iraq,
We Americans are stupid as hell.
everywhere like such as, and
What the hell did she just say?
because some
All she had to do was say world peace, and it would have ended so much better.
It should help the Iraq and the Asian countries, so we will be able to build up our future.
Miss Teen USA, South Carolina, don't feel so bad. I forget what I'm going to say a lot of times. See you soon from Johnny TV.
Shirts on, shirts off. They agree with you on the world peace thing.
I'm always right, Kevin.
You're totally right. Now, with all this new media attention, we actually wanted to take this opportunity to ask Miss Upton, if she's really serious about our lack of maps, that we need her to film a testimonial for our charity site.
Of course.
Mapsforus.org.
As you can see, our site launched yesterday and has already amassed quite an impressive collection of cartography.
Look at that. We've got, maps to IKEAs and Cracker Barrels, potential solar wattage generation levels in Texas. There's even the character map to R. Kelly's Trapped in the Closet, which, again, phenomenal maps for anybody, even in the Iraqs. You'll love it. But we need more, and we want Miss Teen South Carolina to help us get them. This is your shot, Lauren Caitlin Upton. We're inviting you down to the old G4 studios to film a PSA for map distribution. So please, we're begging, please help us with this underground movement to help educate the U.S. Americans and such as the like.
And such. To get your daily viral fix, go to g4tv.com/aroundthenet and sign up for the Around the Net podcast. It's almost better than intercourse. Almost, I said.
Okay,
almost.
Just making sure you're clarifying. At least the podcast lasts 5 minutes. Right now, it's time for the only news you need to know. Here it is. It's Layla Cayley and the feed headlines.
Thanks, guys. Here's what's coming up in the feed. First, we'll tell you why searching for BitTorrent downloads just got a little harder. Plus, on September 25th, it looks like Master Chief could have some big competition, and a famous piece of Star Wars history is set to launch into space. For real. It's all coming your way in just a few minutes, but first, back to you guys.
That wasn't very
All right, Layla, thank you. Let's hear from you in the army of monitor heads with our video viewer mail.
Here's Colton from Montana.
I just got my new laptop, and I need to know which is better, Firefox or Internet Explorer.
Oh, well, between those two, I think it's easy. Firefox, right?
I'm a Safari girl.
You're a Safari girl, but have you used Internet Explorer? I mean,
It sucks. It does suck. But Firefox, I just slowly to change. I don't like it. It's just too good.
Well, the battle between Safari and Firefox, I'll give you, that's closer. But the question is, i.e. Firefox, definitely go with the Fox. It's safer, it's going to load web pages quicker, and it's not Microsoft.
Scientific studies have shown people who don't stick around for the rest of Attack of the Show are 80% more likely to become impotent.
Really?
You know that. You know all about that.
Don't risk it, guys. I'm here, so I don't know how I felt.
Here's what's coming up on today's Attack of the Show. Is the Wii software drought finally over? Much anticipated Metroid Prime corruption is charge blasting its way onto store shelves everywhere, and we'll be getting your feedback in the loop. Plus, we're ready to save the cheerleaders.
From fans to critics, everyone's giving props to Code Monkeys.
Bend me over, kiss my ass, and hand wash my privates.
Wired magazine says veers into the wildly surreal.
You big sexy stud.
Better than South Park, Code Monkeys rules. And even the New York Times says it's like an arcade game with potty mouth.
Yeah, that's right. You honky-fied, white bread cracker mother.
Don't miss this summer's most outrageous new comedy, Code Monkeys, Wednesday night at 9, only on G4.
Hey, welcome back to TV's only source for all the stuff you care about. It's Tuesday, August 28th, and we know what you want.
We're thinking the news and Miss Layla Cayley.
Thanks, guys. I'm Layla Cayley, and it's time to start the feed. Torrents are a little harder to find in the U.S. now, thanks to a dramatic move by one website. Torrent Spy, one of the net's biggest places for tracking peer-to-peer files, has blocked all U.S. users from searching its site. Last year, the MPAA filed a lawsuit demanding the site log data and any user information. Torrent Spy lost, but was able to hide the records while under appeal. Yesterday, a federal judge denied the motion, and rather than turn over its users, the site simply blocked them. Now that's loyalty for you. One of the year's most anticipated games will be playable soon and in direct competition with Master Chief. Electronic Arts has announced that they'll release a demo of Crysis on September 25th, the same day Halo 3 is released. The download will include the entire first level of the game, as well as some big surprises. There's no word yet on what specs you'll need to try this game out on your PC. Crysis is set to be released on November 16th. You might want to dust off that copy of Ghost Recon 2 because there's plenty of free content to download on Xbox Live. Last week, Ubisoft made its Throwback Pack a free download, and now they've just released the Throwback Pack 2, and it's free as well. The new download features 7 multiplayer maps from previous Ghost Recon games, and they've all been updated and remastered. Additionally, 4 co-op missions have been added in a new mode called Exfiltration. We're not sure what it is, but who cares, it's free. It's just got a lot easier to upload videos to YouTube. Casio has released a 10-megapixel camera that features a YouTube capture mode. The second edition of Casio's Xcilum camera boasts software and a function that allows users to capture video and upload it to YouTube with the push of a button. The new Xcilum also features blur reduction, face recognition, and will retail at around $280. Not bad. For some inexplicable reason, the classic arcade game Joust is being made into a movie. CP Productions is turning the Midway arcade game about jousting and flying ostriches into a feature film. A producer for the production company said that the film will be, quote, Gladiator meets Mad Max, end quote. I don't really remember flying ostriches in either of those movies. And finally, Luke Skywalker's lightsaber really is headed for a galaxy far, far away. Lucasfilm and the Houston Space Center have announced that the original lightsaber prop from the first 1977 Star Wars movie will be sent into space aboard the shuttle Discovery this October, which just happens to be the film franchise's 30th anniversary. The lightsaber will be delivered by Chewbacca and escorted to NASA by R2-D2 and Stormtroopers. It will then be locked in a vault until launch, where some superfans will probably try to steal it. Well, that's it for today, but don't worry, the feed doesn't stop here. Keep your iPod fed with all the news you need to know by downloading our Daily Feed podcast. Get it now at g4tv.com/podcast. I'm Layla Kaylee, and you've just been fed. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Layla. Now it's time to talk. Welcome back to Attack of the Show. We're live. Ready to hear from you at home. So we want to see your A game. Let's go over with Kevin for more.
All right, now everyone knows that the real experts are not found in high-paying jobs or fancy colleges. They're actually all watching Attack of the Show. That's right. And today, they're guests in our feedback loop. All right, today we have the 3 single greatest and smartest Attack of the Show fans that happen to have nothing going on today, and we appreciate that. From Michigan, president of the Attack of the Show fan club, Captain Smee is here. From Los Angeles, we have Eric Evan, and also in LA, we have Chris Hollandoni. Everybody, welcome to the loop. Let's get into it. First on the agenda, of course, is the highly anticipated Metroid Prime 3 Corruption. It's finally on store shelves today. Evan, you tell me, do hardcore gamers, they finally have a Wii game that they care to play?
No. Obviously not. I mean, I'm not a Wii hater or anything, but the Wii is not the kind of game, it's not the kind of machine that a hardcore gamer is ever going to care about. It doesn't have, it's not that piece of hardware, and it's for little kids. And that's who's going to continue to be playing it no matter what kind of game you create for it.
You don't think this will convert any of those naysayers?
No. I mean, it's not the way the controls work, the way the graphics are. You could make a fantastic game for that machine, and it's not going to convert anybody. I'm sorry. It's just not.
You know, from what I've seen, the game looks great. It looks like it could be fun using the Wii to control Samus and all the Metroids, but it's not going to make me go out and buy a Wii. I could really care less.
Do you think this will at least tide the hardcore owners that do have a Wii? Do you think this will tide them over until Mario Galaxies is finally released?
Yeah, it's definitely going to hold them over to when Mario Galaxy comes out. That's the game everybody's waiting for. But this game is basically towards Wii fans because this isn't going to make anybody who doesn't own a Wii like me go out and buy a system. They're waiting for Smash Brothers or Galaxy later this year.
So I have too much farm to gold on my World of Warcraft carrier to even worry about Metroid. So
you're not just going to pay some overseas sweatshop to do it for you? Because that's what the cool kids are doing.
No, I have some cousins overseas in the Philippines.
Okay, well, that's fine. Just grab it from them. All right, so Smee, you're not grabbing a Wii. This isn't going to be the game that does it for you.
Nope, this isn't looking like it, and I honestly don't know if it's going to be Galaxy or Smash Brothers. I might not pick one up at all. I don't know.
Cooking Mama 2?
No, definitely not.
Ah, come on. Excellent flan recipes. All right, let's move on to everybody's favorite superhero drama. It's on DVD today, just in time for a new season, which starts in a month. Smee, we're talking about Heroes, of course. Did you manage to catch it on TV, or are you going to pick up the DVDs?
Ooh, I got to stop in the AOTS confessional booth on this one and say I didn't watch season 1. I'm sorry.
But I'm sure you have a good reason, right? You were holding down 3 jobs or trying to take care of the 12 kids?
I blame Vince McMahon for airing Raw on Monday nights, but yeah,
wow.
I made the wrong decision. I know.
Wow.
That's terrible, but I am definitely excited about the DVDs, though. I am going this weekend to the local rental store and picking up, starting with disc 1 and watching it all the way through because I definitely want to see this series.
Smee, Kevin, 2 reasons why you should pick it up. Ali Larder and Hayden Panettiere in HD.
That is true, but not on the box anywhere. Don't you think they'd slap Hayden's face on the box, kind of like a Wheaties athlete, just to entice some guys at Best Buy to impulse buy her?
She probably wasn't legal at the time they made the box.
Yeah, well, that wouldn't stop me from picking it up.
Also, it's like porn. You don't want to see everybody's pore. You know, you don't want to. Not always the zoom in isn't always the best thing with hot girls.
Well, Eric, do you think this is going to convert guys who haven't seen the show? Not necessarily guys who are watching Raw, because there's nothing that can be done to save those guys. But for everybody else who maybe missed it on TV, do you think anybody who hasn't heard of the show is going to go out and pick it up?
People have been telling me for a year that I have to watch this show. I never have, but a couple of months ago I decided I wanted to see it, but I said I'm going to wait for the DVD. Why not? No commercials. Watch it whenever I want. Watch it straight through.
And high-def Panettiere pores, of course.
Exactly,
Chris,
and you'll be ready for next season, which comes back next month.
Well, currently the HD DVD is number 3, Chris, on Amazon.com's bestseller list. Do you think there's any chance a $70 HD DVD can catch up to the number 1, which is the movie 300?
No, I think those are, I mean, you know, it has the same target. For the people who like 300, they're probably going to like Heroes too, but I think Heroes has more of a broader base. It's going to bring in people who probably heard about it or who jumped on the bandwagon late, and they're going to want to catch up. And so I think it's a good buy right now.
Captain, did you send Hayden a happy birthday gift?
Oh, I wish I did. That would have been a great idea, but no.
You got to lure into the stick cam room, buddy. Come on. Sweeten that deal.
Hey.
Let's move on to the iPhone real quick. It's been hacked now, and it can be freed from AT&T's shackles. So, of course, now AT&T is threatening legal action against the team of software engineers who are set to release their hack to the public. Now, Chris, obviously, Mama Bell, they're upset, but do you think Apple cares at all?
I don't think Apple could care less. They're going to pretend that they're going to side with AT&T, but in fact, if someone hacks the iPhone, it's only going to mean more sales for Apple. So they're gonna side with AT on this one.
Sure.
But if someone else wants to buy an iPhone and use it for whatever service, then so be it.
Well, Smee, now do you see the hammer dropping on other iPhone hacks now that AT&T has finally kind of released the legal hounds?
I really don't see Apple caring much about NES emulators or two-way video conferencing or custom ringtone hacks that are going to be on there, but they are going to care about this one that is supposedly going to open it up to T-Mobile, because if it does come out and it goes public and we have problems with it, AT&T is going to be all over Apple's case to get it to stop. And so far, any of the firmware updates they put in are not going to be able to stop it.
Right. I think you're absolutely right on that one. But Eric, the final question to you, sir. Even if this hacking team does get sued, is that really going to stop the iPhone from being unlocked at a million other places?
Of course not. I mean, the fact of the matter is Apple really does care about all of this stuff because their whole business plan is based on the iPhone being used in a certain way. You supposedly buy it, but you don't own it. You're renting it from them. You can only use it the way they want you to use it, with the companies they want you to use it with the software they want you to use. It's not yours. And there's always going to be people who are going to hack a machine like that so that they really own it and they can use it the way they want. And because they don't, you paid your money. Who cares what Apple wants you to do with it? Why is their business plan your problem?
Sure, completely agree with all of you guys. Of course, we love it. It's a feedback loop. I want to thank my guests, Captain Smee, Eric, and Chris, for joining us. This was a lot of fun, guys. Now, for the latest in gaming releases, though, we're going to go on over to Anna David.
It's Tuesday, and that means it's time to decide what old games you need to trade in so you can get the new ones. It's time to attack this. First up is Metroid Prime 3 for the Wii. In the game, you point the arm cannon using the Wiimote, and the nunchuck controls the grappling beam. Like in Super Metroid, you will unlock beam, grapple, and missile upgrades as you play through the game. Using the morph ball is as simple as flicking your wrist upwards. There's an achievement system where you can earn tokens for unlockable bonus material, but there's no online play, which makes us very sad pandas. Next up is Tiger Woods 08 Golf. The king is back, and right now golf nuts worldwide are locking themselves away and getting down to business. Much like Madden's huge jumping graphics, Tiger also looks better than ever. As far as new game features, there are advanced replays with enhanced saving abilities, a shot confidence mode, and an all-new game photo game face mode that imports photos of yourself to create a character. Next up, we have Blue Dragon, the new RPG for the Xbox 360, is based on a design by the creator of Final Fantasy. He also supervised the game's creation. The game plays a lot like some of the 90s RPGs from days gone by. Purchase spells and use your shadow as a weapon. Unlike Final Fantasy, the game follows a strict turn-based attacking format. Use chess-like strategy to stay a step ahead of your opponent to claim victory. Finally, we have the PS3 remake of the classic fight combat game, Warhawk. The game has no single-player mode, only online combat and split-screen combat. The game takes advantage of the 6-axis controller using motion-sensitive technology to maneuver the plane, and has some fun land-based combat as well. Also, pick up the special collector's edition that comes on Blu-ray. It features trailers, behind-the-scenes footage, and a Bluetooth headset. The game costs around $40 for the basic and $60 for the collector's edition. Head on over to g4tv.com/AOTS for info on all of these games and more. Now let's go over to Kevin.
Thanks. All right, now listen, competition is... Hey, everybody, welcome back to TV's only source for all the stuff you care about.
We're live, diving back into gaming.
Yeah, I see the creators of the popular webcomic Penny Arcade, they hold an annual gamer festival called PAX, where they show off video and computer and tabletop games. Now, PAX has blown up since its inception, and it used to just be a few people, and now it's home to thousands, and it's become a place where some of the biggest games are getting shown.
So we sent G4's Joel Gordine to Seattle for the Road Report, presented by Q Motor Oil.
What's up, everyone? Joel Gordine here at the Washington State Convention Center, where gamers of the world are getting their hands on the latest gaming hardware at Penny Arcade Expo 2007. Let's go check it out.
A gamer festival started by the creators of the Penny Arcade webcomic. It's no surprise that one of PAX's biggest reveals was Penny Arcade Adventures on the rain-slick precipice of darkness.
Tell us a little bit about how the game is structured.
So it's an adventure RPG game, so it's combined sort of old school point-and-click adventure games. It also has RPG combat in it. You actually create a 3D customized character, and then the cutscenes are all done in 2D, but that customized character shows up in the 2D as well as the 3D world. You're just a regular guy sitting in your front yard, raking leaves, and this giant robot comes and steps on your house. And these two guys come running by. It's Gabe and Tycho. You decide to follow them, get revenge, and so you're playing as your own customized character, but Gabe and Tycho are always in your party.
And Nintendo made noise with its release of Metroid Prime 3, Corruption.
This really completes the trilogy of Samus and her experience with the Phazon energy. But what makes this game so special, this is the first Metroid game on the Wii, and that really makes all the difference. Even though it's the third in the series, it's brand new in a lot of ways.
Now, it's very responsive.
It really is. I mean, it has the kind of exacting control that you expect out of a mouse and keyboard.
So we still have that big exploration element that we saw.
It really is, yeah. I mean, that's the essence of a Metroid game. It's not just a first-person shooter, but a first-person adventure.
And raising eyebrows on the floor was the interactive Eye of Judgment.
This is a trading card game for the PS3. It's a next-generation iToy. It's going to come with a stand, the mat, a starter deck of 30 cards, and a booster pack. Just call them right down there.
Did you guys know I could summon? I can.
You can get closer to the camera. You can tilt that card. So this would be the Cloud Runner, our pirate ship here.
What is the object of the game?
The object of the game is to control 5 of the 9 fields. And you can do that by summoning creatures out of your hand. October 23rd is the worldwide release date. You'll get the software and the cards on sale same day everywhere in the world.
So I can be playing someone in Korea on that date?
Absolutely.
All right, that's it for my nickel tour of the Penny Arcade Expo. But now I'm going to do what every other gamer came here to do. I'm going to play some video games. Check it out. It's on.
Yeah, now this year's PAX was more than double the size of last year's. Blown up.
Yeah, looks like a Penny Arcade is trying hard to replace what E3 was back in the day.
Which is sad, because E3 used to be so huge, and then you found out, it was going to be a lot smaller this year, and all the gamers let out the same cry.
Kevin, you want to scar me emotionally.
I love it. Coming up on the next AOTS, our Ninja Warrior challenges continue as we continue to test our competitors.
Plus, Rob Zombie will be with us live to talk about video game horror and his new movie, Halloween. And later in the week, a lot of people want smoking in movies banned. Should it be, or is it harmless? We'll discuss it in the loop.
I can't wait to see who's going to be pro-smoking in the loop. It's going to be awesome.
Now for all the things you saw today and more, go to g4tv.com/AOTS.
And take care, everybody. We will see you later. Do you want to hear the sound again? We can do it.
Never again.
Yeah, go ahead. Let's
please,
just
please,
for Anna.
stop.
Is that good?
No.
I don't know if you, one more?
No.
Just one more. Yeah, you're fine. You're fine. Yeah, there it is. Like a party siren.